So this is going to be the video where I transplant the haskaps and take them out of the garden and put them in various other places in the yard. And we're going to be selling some as well and giving some away to family and friends. So what you're going to see in this video, I'm going to start with removing haskaps from the garden. Then we're going to be transplanting them to different parts of the yard. Then I will have to rototill the garden. Then I will set up lines of string for where I'm going to put the raspberry rows. And then I'm going to show you the finished product. So come along and join the fun, I guess you could say. All right, let's do this. I'm pretty happy those are gone because they're a pain in the butt to pick, and I need to spread the raspberries so that I can access the raspberries and pick them a lot better and much easier. Because look at what we have here now. Haskap raspberries. This row, this is my walking row here for these. I can't even get in there. This is another row between the raspberries. This has become one bush in just a matter of weeks. I try and clean it, but you got to get in there, bend over, and face the plant straight on. So this is going to be a very nice change. Like I said, I'm not probably going to add any more rows. I'm just going to space them out better. But haven't seen a change like this for a while. I still remember when we planted these haskaps, many years ago. We just prefer raspberries.
And you know what? Look at the soil, how good the soil is. We have to pull this one off because you damage rototilled.
Yeah, so those raspberries going to be connected to these raspberries. That'll be good. I can start a U-pick business. So that's actually a good business model, that the customer does the work and still pays you for it. I like that. Okay, that's it. All the haskaps are gone. They're out of the garden. And this is the nice space that I have now to move the raspberries, so that maybe add another row so that they're not so close together, and I have lots of room to pick and rototill and whatnot. So that's a good job. I'm happy about this. Now I have to rototill this space, stake out where I want the raspberries to go, dig out these raspberries and transplant them. And it's fall time, so they're dormant, so everything's good to go. A little bit of the chemtrails too. Oh shit. And there we have it. This is honey liqueur that takes 2 years to make. This is Śliwowica. That's like he made it plum liqueur, Polish plum liqueur. I think he's got choke cherries in there as well. But I just like saying it, Śliwowica. Probably in the next decade they'll be ready. I'm just kidding. Maybe next year, he said. Yeah, so we just took the old compost pile and spread it into the orchard where the raspberries are going to go. And now we start a new compost pile for this year.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got it done, but that was like going through concrete. I guess with driving the tractor all through there and had rain and stuff like that, so it was really compacted. But now I'm gonna go, I have to fill up the gas again. I burned through a tank of gas, but I will go over it once more time and really pulverize it nicely, so the raspberries are going to be having a nice new home there. Well, that turned out real nice. I'm quite happy about that. What I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to put one row here. I'm going to take, I have 1, 2, 3 rows. I'm going to take this one and put it there. That's all I'm going to do. Then I have the same amount of rows and lots of space. And you know, I can let it bush out so that it's going to be producing lots. But the biggest problem I had was, you know, bending over, like in between the rows. You want to face it straight on. I don't like going sideways. And you can see how, I mean, this is overgrown. It wasn't like this during picking season, but I'll trim it up and make it nice. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to be a very nice raspberry orchard. It's September, but it's so warm I'm sweating. I had to put my bandana on. Now, even if there's pieces that I may have pruned or whatever, cut, I'm still going to dig them out because they're going to grow from the roots. So you don't have to worry if they're, even if they don't look too good. Heck, even that's okay. I want to try and get clumps of soil with them, but sometimes it's not going to work like that. Okay, halfway done. So progress is being made, which is good. You can see. That's all right. Now you can see how much more room I have between the rows. That's exactly what I wanted, so that's very good. That was a real breakthrough moment for myself, eh? Finally did it. Now I have a lot more room when I'm picking. This is all going to get cleaned up on the sides. They're going to look nice. Now it's time to replant. I guess you could call it transplanting. Dug them out and now they got to go back in. Imagine that each one of these is $15 or $25, and there's probably 5,000 of them here. And there's the new orchard. I like it a lot better than it was before. Thanks for watching, everybody.